So the cast is on some kind of couples trip with toxicity and delusion just all over the place. So you got the cheating husbands, and then you have their long suffering wives. Now, Kendra, one of the long suffering wives, she decides to let everyone know that Karlie and TLO got into it and he ended up leaving the trip. But instead of Karlie letting that man leave, she runs up behind him like he's the prize. Okay, she runs up behind him like a lost puppy, practically begging this man not to leave. So apparently, TLO accused Karlie of recording him, which I guess added fuel to the fire that was already burning. We don't know exactly what she was recording. We'll get into more details later on in the video. But Ashley chimes in trying to give some marital advice of all people. And she says, if you have to record somebody, then it's time to go. Right message. Okay, but definitely coming from the wrong messenger. Because, girl, water your own grass. How dare you try to be the voice of reason? Meanwhile, your husband is in London trying to get some ass anywhere he can get. Please. It was time for you to leave a long time ago when he was cheating 2 days before your marriage. You should have left. So, girl, shut up. Then, for some reason, Ashley decides now is the perfect time to dig up some 20-year-old tea and be in her feelings about it. Apparently, back in the day when Lil Zane, not the big one, was popping, he was in his prime, Karlie gave him the key to her motel room. Now, Zane admitted that he did accept the key. Okay. But he didn't take her up on that offer because he thought she was just being drunk and acting out. And at the time, she was dating Jock. Now, it has been said that back in the day, Karlie, Claudia Jordan, and Mimi were thoughts. They used to run these streets. That's what they said. So I'm not surprised to hear that Karlie gave Zane a key to her motel room. When a chick give you a key to her room, that means one thing and one thing only. Now, Zane said, he took the key, but he never went to her room. Okay, we'll leave it at that, honey. So, Ashley is still pressed about Karlie trying to sleep with Zane 20 years ago, honey. And all she wants Karlie to do is own up to it. Girl, why is this important after 2 decades? Girl, did you even know Zane at the time? Of all the things happening right now with her and Zane that she could be mad about, she chooses this. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down somewhere. Now, Karlie apparently told Ashley if she wanted to sleep with Zane, she could have. But Ashley, on the other hand, she wasn't convinced. Now, Ashley is a little slow. She believes Zane didn't sleep with Karlie because he didn't want to. But the reality is Zane chose not to sleep with Karlie because at the time she was messing with his boy Jock. Now, Zane said nothing happened, but I'm not going to believe that he accepted a key from a baddie back in the day and didn't use it. I'm just saying. Now, if Zane was willing to sleep with some random woman in London, Ashley, do you really think he would have passed on the opportunity with Karlie if she truly given him the opportunity and she wasn't dealing with Jock at the time, girl? I mean, come on, honey. Come on. This don't make no damn sense. Oh, girl, the next scene. I really don't like how they got my girl looking on TV. They got Karlie looking like a Dusty. Not, like Dusty. But the behavior of a Dusty. Now, she don't look Dusty. She's beautiful, dressed nice. But she had the behavior of a Dusty. Now, we see Karlie, and you might as well say, on her knees begging for TLO not to get on the plane. But TLO, he said he's done. He's tired of her mess. He want to cheat in peace. So Karlie was so paranoid about him cheating that every time she left the room, she would grab her phone, grab her purse, put her phone in the purse, and hit record to record him in an attempt to catch him cheating. Now, why does she need to confirm what she already knew? She wasn't looking for the truth. She already knew it. I think she just wanted proof so that she could justify staying, because once she sees it, she can shift the blame into TLO, because Karlie doesn't want to admit that she willingly ignored the red flags and married this man anyway. Because people like Karlie who are desperate for love, they need a reason to leave, rather than just accepting that this marriage is a toxic mess. It's easier for her to play the role of the long-suffering wife who gets cheated on than to admit that she walked into this marriage with her eyes wide open with full knowledge of who TLO was. So I'm confused as to why she's acting appalled. You knew who he was. So Karlie admits that she has trust issues. But somehow she thought that when, she got married to TLO that it would suddenly fix the issue. Okay, Karlie is addicted to relationships. This woman cannot be single, which is why she ends up in the same messy situations, jumping into relationships, ignoring the red flags. When they first announced their engagement out of nowhere, there were already many videos floating around of women claiming to have been with him. Karlie, you set yourself up for failure every time. When they got together, this man had a pregnant girlfriend. Come on. And then she loves to brag about these rings, but that's not a flex. I mean, it's about finding and keeping the right one, girl. But you haven't found the right one. But she got a ring. I mean, if Karlie gonna get anything, it's gonna be a ring. No real commitment, just a ring. Because that is what she values. She's one of those women who need a man. She can't be single. Most people, they take time after a breakup, but not Karlie. She gets engaged again. Listen, I hope your next one is your last one, Karlie. I pray that your next one is your last one, please. But before the dust even settles, this heifer is on to the next one. I guarantee you next season there will be another man, another engagement. Mind you, I told y'all a couple weeks after she had ended her engagement with the other guy, I forgot his name, she's already engaged to TLO, who had a girlfriend at the time that was very pregnant, by the way. But anywho, meanwhile, TLO and Karlie, honey, they link up with these self-proclaimed marriage gurus, Yandy and Mendeecees, for some marital advice. Y'all know I love me some Yandy and Mendeecees. And if there's any woman who could school another woman on maintaining a marriage while her husband is cheating, is Yandy or Rashida. So TLO airs Karlie out, honey. He was saying this woman in her seasoned age, she out here using air tags to track his whereabouts, okay, recording conversations on her phone. Ma'am, what kind of FBI operation is this? And then she getting caught. Girl, if you're going to play the FBI agent, at least be good at it. Like, how the hell are you getting caught? So he had bought her a new bag, right? I think he said his mom was over. They was talking. So Karlie leaves the room, but she put her phone in the purse and then she hit record. So I think he said either him or his mom accidentally kicked the bag and the phone fell out and he saw that it was recording. Child, girl, how the hell? How the hell you get caught? Girl, don't quit your day job. So Yandy, the ever so peacemaker, she asked Karlie a solid question. And she said, what do you feel? What do you need to feel reassured? And Karlie said, her answer had me shaking my damn head, honey. She said, just to hear him say, I'm not cheating on you anymore. Child, I told y'all. Some people find comfort in lies. Karlie doesn't need proof. She don't need changed behavior or even effort, just empty words. So as long as TLO says he's not cheating anymore, whether it's true or not, she'll convince herself that everything is fine. So TLO, if that's all it takes, my guy, just tell her. Okay, give her what she wants. Karlie, child, same script, different cast. I mean, how many seasons we're going to go through this, Karlie? You are too old for this. If you can't trust a man before the marriage, a ring ain't gonna change that. It's only gonna make things worse. So now you're stuck in this battle between your heart and your damn mind, because your heart is saying, I love him, I want to make this work, but your mind is saying, girl, he is cheating. Grab your phone, record, get those air tags, honey, track him. That kind of internal tug of war would drive you crazy, and Karlie is driving herself mad because she willingly chose a man that she knew was unfaithful before the marriage, and now she's expecting him to change after? That's delusional. Meanwhile, honey, Lil Zane, not the big one, He has the nerve to tell Kirk and Rashida that he admires their marriage. Scrappy said the same thing. And if you ask him why, it would probably be because Rashida has been cheated on countless times and still stays. So in his mind, that's the ideal woman. And he wants Ashley to follow the same blueprint, have the same patience like Rashida, and let him cheat in peace like Kirk. But Ashley shut that down, okay? And she said, nah, we not doing this. So Rashida gets offended and asks her what was all that energy about. Then Rashida goes in her confessional and she says, I know you're not acting holier than thou, as if you're not having issues with your man cheating. Ooh. Then she proceeds to insult Ashley's wigs and the way she dresses. Ashley must have struck a nerve for her to insult the girl's fashions. Okay. She said, Rashida said, I can talk to you about marriage. Don't mean she got to listen. And she said, I can talk to you about a makeover. Ooh. Throwing jabs. All the girls said was she don't want to be like you. Rashida, what's wrong? Was it that serious for you to insult the girl's fashions? Then she said, her wigs is given season 1, is given low budget. Ouch. Not Rashida throwing shade when she has those dark saddlebags underneath her eyes. Rashida, it wasn't that serious. It really wasn't. But the real gag is that, Ashley, you're more like Rashida than you're willing to admit. Y'all are both the long-suffering wives. I don't know, why is Rashida mad when people just repeat what she's shown the world? Scrappy wasn't lying when he said no matter what Kirk does, Rashida ain't going nowhere. And now Lil Zane is literally using her marriage as the blueprint for how he wants his wife to be. That's the example you set, ma'am. So why get offended when people acknowledge it? So Ashley's refusal to follow the same path as Rashida really triggered something in Rashida. Because deep down, Rashida might wish she had done the same. It's one thing to convince yourself that you made the right choice, but when you see someone else refusing to settle for the same nonsense, it forces you to question everything. Because if Rashida was truly content with her decision with Kirk, why would what Ashley said bother her so much? Because misery loves company. And since Ashley won't share in that misery because she don't want to, Rashida has now set her sights on Yandy and Mendeecees. Because Rashida is tired of being the laughing stock, okay, in her relationship. And she's trying to put it all on Yandy and Mendeecees. That's just who Rashida is. She's an orchestrator. And I think she orchestrated all of this. She got tired of being the one that people look at like a fool on TV. So now she's shifting that attention to her friend, okay? Yandy. I honestly feel like Rashida put this whole thing in motion, okay? She got tired of knowing that Mendeecees is out here cheating on Yandy. But why y'all focused on me and Kirk when he out here doing worse? She got tired of Yandy and her picture perfect marriage. And she said to herself, let's make sure Yandy feels how I feel. Because at the end of the day, the only marriage that's still standing, so to speak, is Yandy and Mendeecees. And Rashida ain't having it. Not on her watch. It's time to take Yandy and Mendeecees down. And that's what she's doing. She orchestrated all of this. So, y'all, that is the end of this episode. If you made it this far, I hope you did. Give the video a thumbs up and leave your thoughts in the comments. And I'll see you on the next.